You see in here a lot brighter work, and it's more white, sort of to match my hair. So I think that may be some way that that's been affected. But I'm wanting to see all ways of looking at light. The very brilliant, which I have also at Rodin Crater in the high desert noonday sun. And also I wanted to mix light by taking light that's quite old in starlight. If you take the light that comes from our solar system, you get light from the sun that's 8.5 minutes old. That's sort of a Beaujolais new light. It's possible to look away from the light that comes from the ecliptic or from our solar system, and even look away from the light that comes from the galaxy that we're in, the Milky Way, and out into and gather light from numerous stars that are quite some distance away. Now they're all going to be slightly red-shifted because they're moving away from us. But it's possible to gather enough light so that you can see after dark adaptation from stars that are quite distant, that you can make a space like Iltar where you are confronting light that's older than our solar system. So this is sort of the Meritage blended wine that's older than the 8.5 minute Beaujolais of our sunlight. But this idea to think of light that way and to love it that way is something that I've really enjoyed pursuing. Here you see much whiter light that does blend with light outside. But here I'm dealing with very close tones and kind of the color palette that I've always loved and enjoyed. Some people have asked me, what's my favorite color? I would answer you, you can look at them up there, and it's sort of like asking someone what's their favorite musical note. You need them all, and it takes all to make the white light. And so I think that this is something that I've come to more as I've aged, although I started with very white pieces, mainly because in making projectors, our light is so feeble, so small compared to light outside, that as soon as you put a filter on it, if you want a blue piece, it's about 6% of the 100 watts or 1,000 watts you might be starting with, so it was very dim. So I started all with white light pieces to begin with, and I've sort of come back to that a bit. Just like beating around the bush until you damn well beat it out of it. I think that it's, life comes around in cycles that way, and I've felt that here in some of my work. The sky spaces deal with this cusp, or this change, the kind of sweet spot when you change from light that's on the inside or at the light on the outside. Generally, it's so much stronger in the sky, and because our light isn't that strong, it takes a while before you have to get in the area of twilight before it works. But I also want to say that I think that we're made for twilight. When we go outside in the noonday sun, we squint. The pupils are almost completely closed. We put on sunglasses. So we weren't made for this light. We're made for the light of the cave, or perhaps the light of twilight. And so that's the light I enjoy most working in, and that's where you see color in its most richest form. Because what happens is when you reduce light, the pupil opens, and when the pupil opens, feeling comes out of the eye as touch. And when we really can then touch light and feel it that way is when I think that we're closest to it.